Joining us on the line right now, moving to this week's action, he is going to be headlining ESPN Friday Night Fights once again. He's going to be back home in Connecticut, taking on Freddy Hernandez, one of the best guys in boxing, and always great to have on the SiriusXM airwaves. Delvin Rodriguez joins us. Delvin, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Good, thank you.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you back in the ring once again on the ESPN airwaves, and it's really nice to see, and I'm sure you must appreciate ESPN's continuous dedication to you. Every time you have a fight on the docket, they're always there to pick it up. They seem to, they've been behind you basically your entire career.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. I'm looking forward to be there on Friday, to give the fans a good fight, a very exciting fight. But, yeah, ESPN business is like a family now. I worked for them. I've been there for like 16 times now. So I'm very grateful because, it gives the fighter the opportunity to show what they have. And I've been giving them, exciting fight for a long time now. They keep putting me on, so I'm very grateful.
We're talking to a junior middleweight contender, Delvin Rodriguez, is taking on Freddy Hernandez this Friday on ESPN. And I know it's a cliche to always say that you're having the best camp of your career, but in talking to your manager, Delvin, he's been talking about the different things that you've been doing in training camp, your different strength and conditioning processes and whatnot. What kind of changes have you made now, and especially as you're getting older as a fighter? Have you been doing things differently in camp to adapt to your age and where you're at in your career?
Well, I think basically we don't do much different. Every camp we train hard, we prepare very well. So, but this time, it's just that now is when I'm really breaking into a 154. I'm, reaching that 154 weight. Remember that I started at 140, coming up all the way to 154, but now is when I feel the strongest because now my body's really adapting to it. So I think that's a big difference now.
Are you at the stage now at 154 where you don't really have to cut too much weight to get there, where you can basically eat what you want if you still want to make 154 come fight night?
Well, no, it's not like that. That's the reason why I feel stronger, because now I'm a solid 154. I got to really, I train hard, which is good. I train hard, but no, it's not. It's nothing that I always watch myself and I always watch what I eat. I always don't try to, when I'm off training, I try to maintain myself around the weight. But that's the reason why I feel so strong now, is that I'm finally a solid 154 now.
It seems that, whether it's since you've come to 154 or whatever's happened, that you seem to have a different temperament in the ring now at this point in your career. I don't know if it was Pavel Wolak who drew that out in you, but you seem to have a different temperament in the ring. You seem to have a mean streak in there now, where you'll plant your feet, you're throwing more power shots than you ever did before. What's changed? Is there something, did a switch go off in your head that said, I want to fight differently, or has that just happened naturally as your career progresses?
Well, you know what it is? I think it's the years, man. The other stuff that I go through, I've been, I got to say, I came up the hard way, I learned the hard way. I'm correcting my mistakes, and I believe that I have what it takes, man. I got the combination. I have the power. You got to take it to the guy. I can't just sit there and wait anymore, So I got to say that maybe is that all the things that have happened in my career that just gives you that mentality where you don't want to wait for nobody. You don't want to react to anybody's combination. You want them to react to you. And that's my whole mentality from now on, and I believe they're going to see that once again on Friday, 24th.
Well, you're going to be in there with a guy who's, going to come right at you, who's going to give you those opportunities. And you had that last time out on ESPN as well when you took on George Tatanapa. And you took out a few frustrations on him, to say the least, let's say. I mean, you put a real beating on Tatanapa in that fight. And, for people watching at home, it wasn't competitive for 1 second in that fight. When you're in a fight like that, though, Delvin, when, you kind of know that guy's overmatched, is there a part of you at all who kind of feels sorry for the guy when you're putting that kind of beating on him?
Not anymore, man. Not anymore. Like I say, whatever they put in front of me, I'm just going to try to hurt him. That's my job from now on. Like I say, no waiting anymore for anybody else, not reacting to anybody else. They're going to have to react to me, and I'm just going to take it to them, in a smart way. Combinations, a different angle. Nothing wild like that, very cautious like always. I mean, it's boxing. Anything can happen with one punch. The whole fight can change with just one punch. So But there's no doubt that I'm going to take it to whoever they put in front of me.
Well, let's talk about Freddy Hernandez because, as I mentioned, he's a guy who's going to be right in front of you all night long. What are you expecting out of him? Are you expecting to try to outbox him? Or are you going to go toe-to-toe with him? What's in your mind as far as a game plan heading into Friday night?
I'm going toe-to-toe with him. I don't think he's going to be able to take my power. I think that he's sometimes he tries to box, and I believe that when he feels my power, when he gets hit with my combinations, I believe his whole mentality is going to change. He's going to try to box a little bit. But I want him to come forward. I want him to meet me in the middle of the ring, and then we'll take it from there.
Do you feel as well at this point in your career that going toe-to-toe and really taking it to guys, first of all, it obviously helps you with the judges and making your point, like you were saying before, but also, do you have it in your mind that you need exciting fights, you need to be impressive if you want networks and guys to give you chances at this point? Is that kind of in the back of your mind when you head into fights now?
Always. You got to give it an exciting fight. Otherwise, boxing has become a business, and that's the way it is. You got to give the fans exciting fights that they want to see, and then you're always they're going to put you on. The network is going to put you on, and that's what I plan to do for the rest of my career.
Talking to junior middleweight contender Delvin Rodriguez, and you're still right in the thick of things at 154, and it's funny because Hernandez has been in there with two guys who are kind of at the top of that picture with Demetrius Andrade and with Erislandy Lara. They both beat him. They both did it convincingly. Do you look at those two fights, Delvin, and kind of want to compete with that a little bit, kind of one-up those guys and beat Hernandez even more impressively than they did to make a statement?
Well, definitely. I'm always here to make a statement, but you know what? I believe that it's going to happen automatically. I believe once I put my combinations together and I do what I do best, which is that, put the combinations together from different angles, I believe it's going to happen automatically. I don't have to go and deal with that, thinking about that I got to compete with them. I just think it will happen automatically.
Who are you looking at 154? If you had your choice of your next opponent, assuming you beat Hernandez at home on Friday night, have you discussed anything with AJ, with your manager, about what could be next for you? Is there a trajectory as to where you'd go immediately after this fight?
To be honest, not really. We haven't sat down and talked about anything after this fight. Right now, we're just trying to get busy. We're trying to win impressively because, I know the guys on top. Well, I always wanted to fight the guys on top, but you know what? These guys, they don't step forward. So we can't just sit down and wait for them. We gotta keep ourselves busy, and that's what we plan to do for the rest of this year, and then hopefully next year we got another title shot. And there's a lot of good fights in this division. I mean, this is the best division right now out there. They got Ishe Smith fighting Molina for the title, so that'll be great to fight the winner of that for the beginning of next year.
And that'd be a battle of, either one that you would face there. That's the ultimate battle of guys who've come up the hard way, of hard luck guys their entire career.
Yeah. I give both of the guys respect because, like myself, I believe they did their work, and they finally get a shot. And I'm happy for them. These guys, they put it, like you said, they came up the hard way, just like myself. Ishe has pretty much the same career that I did, up and down, and so did Molina. So, I'm very happy for both of them.
Well, we'd be looking forward to either one of those fights. I'm sure either one of those would be great, and always looking forward to seeing you on ESPN. Best of luck on Friday night, Delvin, and hope to have you back on here soon.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, take care. That was Delvin Rodriguez, junior middleweight contender, of course, in action on ESPN Friday Night Fights, headlining that card against Freddy Hernandez. Really in a battle of guys who have grown up on TV. Delvin Rodriguez in his 16th ESPN appearance.